isn't even worth mentioning.
You can find everything and anything.
Pilots looked everywhere, but there doesn't seem to be a festival going on anywhere near here. The atmosphere isn't festive at all. Shall we go ask the Doshin? Maybe they'll know something.
A nation blessing, now 10% off.
I need to think about it.
Oh, do you need a hand with anything? What? A festival? I haven't heard anything about a festival coming up. Could you be more specific? What festival are you talking about exactly?
लिया मेरे साथ एक लॉल हो गया। मैंने स्ट्रीम स्टार्ट करी और मैं म्यूट पे था। तो 2 मिनट के लिए मैं बोल रहा था और आप लोगों को कुछ सुना ही नहीं दे रहा था। कोई नहीं, मैं वापस स्टार्ट करता हूँ। वेलकम बैक टू माय स्ट्रीम। आई होप आप लोग सब लोग ठीक हो। मैं एक्चुअली गोवा गया हुआ था और गोवा का ट्रिप में मेन यही होता है कि प्लान बनते रहते हैं बट कोई आने के लिए रेडी नहीं होता कुछ ना कुछ कारण की वजह से। तो मैं अकेले ही चला गया। मेरा बर्थडे था 2 हफ्ते पहले, तो मैंने पूरा बर्थडे का हफ्ता गोवा के अंदर मनाया। बहुत मज़ा आया, काफ़ी अच्छे दोस्त मिले, पार्टी वार्टी की एकदम मस्त और मज़े किए। तो पर उस चक्कर में मैं गेंशिन इम्पैक्ट प्रॉपर्ली खेल नहीं पाया क्योंकि मैं ट्राई करता हूँ कि मैं स्ट्रीम करूँ जो भी मैं स्टोरी क्वेस्ट कर रहा हूँ। तो गोवा से आने के बाद मैं इतना थका हुआ था कि सैटरडे संडे में गेम ही नहीं खेल पाया। उस वजह से मैं स्टोरी क्वेस्ट कंप्लीट नहीं कर पाया। तो उस वजह से वो बो का रिफाइनमेंट का जो मटेरियल है वो मैं ख़रीद नहीं पाया। चल ठीक है, ये हफ्ता मेरे को अभी टाइम मिला है तो मैं सोचा चलो खेल लेते हैं। तो अभी आ रहा था कि गैंग का फेस्टिवल देखने के लिए आए हैं, बट लेकिन टाइम स्क्वायर पे पहुंचे हम इधर के इनाजुमा के, बट इधर तो कोई फेस्टिवल ही नहीं चल रहा। हमारे साथ तो वो पार्टी हो गया।
Almighty Arataki.
The Almighty Arataki Great and Glorious Drum Along.
It's the Almighty Arataki Great and Glorious Drumalong Festival, organized by the Arataki Gang.
Ah, yes, the same Arataki gang who made a scene at the Iridori Festival. So you're here for the unauthorized, unprofessional, and unofficial event, huh?
What? No, it's not anything. It's the Almighty Arataki Great and Glorious Drumalong Festival.
Yeah, I gotcha. No need to keep rehashing the name. I think I know what this is about. Let me bring you up to speed. So we saw the members of the Arataki gang here a few days ago, and they were busy at work leaving piles of hideous things all over the place. Their leader claimed to be hosting a grand event, big enough to rival the Iridori Festival. I think that must be the one you're talking about. I asked them a couple of questions, and it quickly became clear that they had no permit to host the event, no proof of venue hire, and, surprise, surprise, no record of having registered the event with the police station. Pfft, if that isn't the definition of an unauthorized, unprofessional, and unofficial festival, I don't know what is. According to the rules, we had to force them to shut down the event.
What? You shut it down? Let by my guess. Then you arrested them.
No, actually. Seeing that they had no prior experience organizing events and they'd at least gone to the trouble of preparing a safety plan, we just gave them a warning.
Safety plan? Huh. That's pretty responsible.
इतों के लिए तो बहुत responsible है.
Anyway, if you're looking for the Arataki gang, you could try going to Amakane Island, which is a venue designated by the Yashiro Commission for use in all kinds of festivals, big and small. It was established to try and encourage community cultural events. The application process is much simpler there and less expensive too. We told the Arataki gang about that. If they still want to host their event, that's going to be their best option.
This whole thing is starting to sound like a non-starter. But since we've come this far, we might as well go and take a look at Amakane Island, right?
चलो आमाकाने आइलैंड चलो. आमाकाने वो जो फेस्टिवल था, साकुरा फेस्टिवल, वो वाला जहाँ पे मास्क बेचने वाला है.
Same situation as earlier! The Arataki gang is nowhere in sight! There should be a Yashiro Commission representative here. Let's go and ask him.
पीछे की तरफ. इधर कोई सीन किया रहेगा इन लोगों ने, इसके लिए बहा दिया रहेगा इन लोगों को.
What kind of mask should I make now?
How can I help?
You're looking for the Arataki gang?
Ah, yes. You must be here for the almighty Arataki whatchamacallit festival too.
Two.
Yep. Madam Kujo Sara of the Tenryo Commission and Yoimiya of Naganohara Fireworks have both been here so far. Yoimiya noticed them getting the venue ready when she was here to deliver some fireworks. I guess she got curious and went to go check it out. As to what Madam Kujo Sara was here for, I'm not quite sure.
Oh, so other people got here before us? Oh, that's a good sign.
वो बैटल करने के लिए आई होगी.
So, where's the Arataki gang now?
Unfortunately, since there's no space available at any official venues at the moment, we had to allocate them to a tiny beach at the northwest part of the island. If only they'd applied earlier, we could have given them a better location. Head northwest. You'll see them.
Okay, northwest it is. नॉर्थ में जाएंगे और लड़ेंगे और पार्टी करेंगे, फेस्टिवल मनाएंगे. ये रहा ही तो भैया.
Hey there, compadres! You finally made it! I was just wondering when you'd be showing up. Next thing I know, boom, there you are! Oh boy, am I happy to see you. Look at this venue. What do you think? Is this a prime location or what?
It's surrounded by sea, the air is as fresh as it gets, there's no noise pollution from the city, and the views are simply spectacular.
Actually,
The venue is situated against the backdrop of Amakane Island, where you can enjoy exclusive access to the festival and culture center's first-rate equipment.
With excellent transport links by sea and land, getting where you need to be is highly convenient, whether you're traveling by foot or by boat.
you guys are eternal optimists.
The moment I set eyes on this venue, I knew this was the one. It was the moment that changed the world.
Give it up for the boss!
Clearly you're only here because the Tenryo Commission sent you away.
All right, let's get down to business. I invited you all here to attend the almighty Arataki Great and Glorious Drum-Along Festival! A highly important festival, I might add.
Yeah, boss said the first goal of the festival is to promote the Arataki gang and recruit new members.
Secondly, it's to celebrate Shinobu's graduation.
ओहो शिनोबू ग्रेजुएट हो गई.
And last but not least, it makes up for all the previous team building events that were cancelled due to insufficient funding.
3 festivals in one?
Wow.
Akira, we can leave that last point out from now on.
Where is Shinobu?
The thing with festivals is, you gotta get out there and promote them far and wide if you want to get a good crowd. So, Shinobu's handing out flyers.
शिनोबू का इवेंट और शिनोबू फ्लायर्स दे रही है.
Hey! Shinobu's supposed to be the star of the show, isn't she? How come she's out there working her butt off while you're hanging around here doing nothing?
Hey, I'm hard at work too. I'm entertaining guests.
बस वही करता रहे तू. कौन से गेस्ट कहाँ है?
Boss actually just got back.
He said he was expecting you to arrive any second, so he came back specially to welcome you.
Until then, he was out there with Shinobu working hard to bring more people to the festival.
Oh, just doing my duty. Nothing more, nothing less.
Wow, this bull chucker actually did some serious work for once. Huh. Paimon's pleasantly surprised.
Trust a puny little flying lavender melon to stoop to the level of childish name-calling. Anyway, so, compadre, you got any questions about this festival?
What's this festival got in store for us? I heard Yoimiya showed up too.
The owner of Naganohara Fireworks?
Yep.
Chatting with her is a real blast. She only found out about our festival because she happened to be delivering some fireworks to Amikane Island. She really liked what we were trying to do here and came to pass on her best wishes. She even said she'll provide some fireworks for us next time. Looks like the Arataki gang should make sure to keep good ties with Naganohara Fireworks in the future. Anyway, so, compadre, you got any questions about this festival?
पूजो सारा आई थी.
Oh, you mean that stupid Tengu? Yeah, I hesitated, but, I sent her an invitation. I cannot believe how ungrateful she is. Get this, she came all the way out here just to put up a bulletin board and write a load of baloney on it claiming that visitors need to be cautioned.
हाँ तेरे से बच के रहना चाहिए सबको.
She even warned us not to change it. It's blatant bullying of the gang, that's what it is. One day, I'm gonna defeat that Tengu fair and square in broad daylight in the middle of the street. She'll get what's coming to her. Anyway, so, compadre, you got any questions about this festival?
करना क्या है फेस्टिवल में हमारे लिए है क्या इधर?
A ton of totally awesome stuff! See that hill over there? That's Sing Along Hill. Stand at the top, look out over the sea, and sing your heart out! And this bonfire, it's perfect for roasting lavender melons, the regular kind, or the ones of the annoying little floating variety. And these boxes, plenty of space whether you want to play Genius Invocation TCG or battle some beetles.
Wow, you really pulled out all the stops.
But of course, the highlight of this festival is the drum-along. Here, feast your eyes on this. Just between you and me, this little treasure was sourced through a top-secret channel. They said it's a prized hand drum that once belonged to a renowned onmyoji, and it's worth 8 million mora.
8 million mora.
Thanks to my strapping good looks and the fact that the vendor and I kind of had a connection. Her words, not mine. She gave me a generous discount and only asked for 800,000 more.
She went from 8 million to 800,000 just like that? Sounds suspiciously like a scam to Paimon.
8 billion to 800,000. भैया आपके साथ स्कैम हो गया लग रहा है. एक ड्रम आपको इतने में दिया, स्कैम हो गया आपके साथ।
Duh. Oldest trick in the book, right? Which is why it didn't work on me. I spotted the damage on the edge right away. Practically screamed, "Defective product alert!" Ooh, we have a connection. Give me a break. So I haggled hard and took her down to 80 G's. Practically a steal.
ओ भाई साहब,
Yeah, more specifically, daylight robbery. Still, it's pretty impressive that you could actually afford something worth 80,000 mora. Good for you, bull chucker.
It's only 80,000 mora. What do you take me for?
पैसा है क्या तेरे पास?
I put in 20 grand.
Me too. Huh? Boss, how come I had to pay 30 grand?
20 grand plus 20 grand plus 30 grand. You really are a bull chucker! You extorted 80 grand from your gang members and didn't pay a single mora yourself!
You might want to check your mathematics there. I paid my share. You know, I paid the last 10 grand. All right, good chat, but we should wrap things up. It's getting late. I should go rendezvous with Shinobu. The festival's just getting started. We need to keep plugging it to get a bigger crowd. Take care of the hand drum, all right? Oh, and if you want to try out the drum along at any point, Genta's your guy. Laters, compadre.
तो मुंह बना ले लो, वो भाग गया ये। Drum along with Genta.
I'm Genta, the Arataki Drum Along Festival Welcome Ambassador. Are you ready for your drum along performance?
Yes.
Oh, I almost forgot. There's something that Boss forgot to mention to you about this hand drum. Since none of us really know if it's in tune or not, please test it out first. That way, it'll sound better when you deliver your final performance. Go on, give it a try.
मतलब ले आए हो तुम ड्रम और चलाना आता है नहीं। ओके, हो गया। करना क्या है इसमें? ओके, ओके, सबके लिए सॉन्ग्स है। फाइंड कॉम्पोजिशन। ओके, आई थिंक इवेंट हो गया। बस एक गाना कोई बजा के देख लो, इधर आके गाना गा लो। अच्छा, गाना गाने के लिए है इधर? क्या है? एक, दो, तीन, चार, पाँच, छः।
Take flight!
ओके, एक ये रहा और ये लास्ट है। हो गया।
Collecting rare and exquisite treasures. Yes, this seems suitably sophisticated.
चलो वापस, एक गाना बजाओ और इवेंट खत्म करो। ये क्यों लाया हुआ इन्होंने? वही सच्ची कुछ भी.
I'm Akira, the Arataki Drum Along Festival Feedback Ambassador. So, can you give us some feedback?
It's all right, nothing special.
Got it. Thank you for your feedback. You have other questions? But I don't really have anything else to say. The boss said my only job was to say two things. Can you give us some feedback, and thank you for your feedback.
उल्लू बना रहा है.
And if the guests ask when they will receive a response to their feedback, I'm supposed to say, we'll get back to you as soon as possible. He said that's what people do in other events he's been to. I'm sure he's basing this on a wealth of experience. But then Shinobu told me that's too insincere, so she gave me this notebook. Well, look here. I've made a note of your feedback, and I'll show it to Shinobu when she gets back.
A group of itinerant youths who call themselves the Arataki Gang are hosting an event of unknown purpose at this location. Please exercise caution, stay safe, and keep your personal belongings with you at all times. Please report any illegal activity to the Tenryu Commission immediately. Yoimiya message. I was surprised to find someone hosting festival tucked away in a little corner of this island, especially a new festival that I'd never heard of. The view here is amazing. Actually, अच्छा view. Although it's not the liveliest of festival, it's magical in its own way. Go Aratakila, let me know in advance next time and I'll get you some fireworks free of charge. Okay. Aratani. When I first heard that someone wanted to rent me senior, I refused, but the offer was very generous, so I thought of trying to and managed to reserve more. Okay, message from TCG Buddy Ayato. Okay. Toma का message. Ramen buddy. फ्राइड अबे रामेन के देना फ्राइड टोफू भी. ओहो मतलब किसी का तो मजा आया इधर. लेवेंडर मैलन.
I'm Mamoru, the Arataki Drum Along Festival Atmosphere Ambassador. How may I help? You're asking what my job is? Well, as the Atmosphere Ambassador, my job is mainly to create a lively atmosphere and give all attendants the feeling of, I'm so hyped, I'm going out of my mind.
Hey, hello Baba, how are you?
Do you feel that way?
Nowhere near.
Hey, don't say that. That was really disheartening. It's like being punched in the gut. If that's how you feel, my job's meaningless, isn't it? You are the boss's friend. Please, show me some support for his sake. I'm begging you, say the line.
What line?
You know, I'm so hyped I'm going out of my mind.
I'm so high. I'm going out of my mind.
Great! Awesome! This is the best recognition I could ask for. Come on, people! More music, more dancing! Let's keep this party going!
चल भाई बहुत हो गया अभी एक.
I'm Genta, the Arataki Drum Along Festival Welcome Ambassador.
I'm also good. I just recently went to Goa because it was my birthday and had fun. What about you? What's happening in your life?
Are you ready for your drum along performance?
It's showtime.
Let the drum along begin!
I'll play Kadua. ओके ऐसे खेलना है ये. I'll exit this. बहुत difficult है. Trying to do better. In what area are you trying to do better? Everything okay. I'm also trying to do better. I'm feeling a little behind in my studies, so going to start studying soon so that I get better at my job. And I'm also trying to be better in games like these. I don't like to play with controller. It's very difficult playing this game with the controller. I'm missing a lot of notes. Okay. Completion rate 57%. Not yet completed. I'll try normal mode. आहा हो गया यार. डिफिकल्ट है यार कंट्रोलर पे. क्वाइट डिफिकल्ट ऑन द कंट्रोलर. नाइस हो गया. Dulcem. I've claimed the reward. चल. ओके. ड्रम के लिए मेरे को इसका बजाना है. तो चलो ड्रम बजाते. इसका गेम बजाते. ओह. अच्छा है, गेम अच्छी है, म्यूजिक भी अच्छा है. चलो आराटाकी गैंग ने कुछ तो किया. आराटाकी गैंग ने कुछ तो किया. अच्छा. ओह डिस्कांटस 3 stars 97% accuracy. चलो बढ़िया है. आई थिंक ये इवेंट के लिए इतना काफी है. नेक्स्ट ये इवेंट की तरफ चलते हैं. chasm के अंदर. बाबा को मैं बाय बोलता हूँ. बाय बाबा. आई होप एवरीथिंग के अंदर आप अच्छे हो जाओ. कीप ट्राइंग. ट्राई करते रहोगे तो धीरे धीरे बेटर होते जाओ. ओके कैथरीन. हे ओके. Who can I get this coming? Who can I get to take this commission up? What's going on? Ah, perfect timing. Trouble hai. For reasons unknown, some dark mud-like substance has been pouring out of the caverns and mines of the chasm lately. It is very sudden affair, and the exploration team has yet come up with any countermeasure. And so investigations there have started and stopped several times. As such, Kidev has asked the Adventurers Guild to send help. Huh? Dark Master? Isn't that the thing from beneath the chasm? That's exactly the substance I speak of. I do not know why it has reached the caverns and mines, but either way, the exploration team's progress has been stymied and even their day-to-day movements have been affected. After all, they heavily rely on the mining tunnels for the transportation of goods and materials. How long has been this going on? For some time now. Kiri says that he found a researcher from Sumeru who can help him out, but the researcher seems to need help themselves. I must admit that this has been troubling me ever since. No, Kira probably pays pretty well. Has no one stepped forward? No. I'm afraid mostly owing to the extreme danger that the dark mud poses. Quite a few people actually came on account of the reward. But the moment they heard it was the chasm, they quickly declined. Make things trickier, most adventurers are not very familiar with the chasm flavor. So the one who accepts this commission will be someone with no fear of danger and knows the chasm like the back of the hand. And just as I was puzzling over this matter, you two dropped by. So that's how it is. Things do seem quite serious, Alright, let's go have a look. Then let's go, shall we? About that, Dave did say that you just have to look for that other researcher from Sumeru, or quote him verbatim. If anyone willing to help, tell tell them to go to the campsite at Chasm. That guy will be there prepping just as usual. Alright then, we'll be off. Thank you. The Chasm safety is in your hands. Okay, Chasm चलो. Okay, campsite पे ही है. अभी 2 कैसम के क्वेश्ट्स कंप्लीट करने हैं. तू है? तू कौन है ये? मार्केट? अरे ये हमारा दोस्त है हुसैनी. I didn't think the environment here would be so unique. In that case, the energy system of the Lucina spike will be. Thandale and Paimon, it's been a while. Why are the two of you here in the chasm? Actually, I do recall Kide saying that you would help the exploration team out a lot. That said, the situation here in the chasm has been worsening, and it's no place for a walk in the park. Wait, are you... Oh, come on. Didn't we just met just short while ago? I mean, I do always end up asking for your help. But that's no reason to pretend that you don't recognize me. Forget it. In case, allow me to introduce myself again. I am Husseini, a researcher at the Academy. I've been working on a device known as the energy amplifier. Okay. And I even went to Unizama to do reference work there. हाँ वहाँ ही मिला था मेरे को याद है यार तू ठीक है. Although I ran out of operating funds. Okay. And so I have to return to Sumeru. Okay. Ivan thinks he remembers you now. You do? You're amplifier man. I'm quite sure that I've never introduced myself as such. Whatever the case, I received a request from a fellow researcher named Kidev. I owe him a favor regarding research funds from way back. So I'm here at the chasm to help him solve this problem. But I hope the explanation clear enough, in which case, let me ask the question. Why are you two here in the chasm? Well, we just so happen to have received a commission for today. We are your backup. So that's you. And to think I was worried from Kid when Kidev mentioned that he was going to get some people to help out. Since it's you, I guess there's nothing to worry about. I must admit, if I were to attempt to resolve the dark mode issue here at the chasm myself, it would take a lot of time and energy. But with your help, our odds are well higher. What do you need us to do? You've heard of the Porcina spike, right? A device that can release energy that disrupts the ley lines. According to my hypothesis, you can place the spikes at the spots where the dark mud is pouring out to disrupt the ley line movements and clear it away. Is the dark mud payment related to the ley lines? Well, they did appear based on the anomalies in the ley line, so it is very likely that they are related. That's what Kidev and I had discussed anyway. So we can use the spike to disrupt or even close the openings that allow the ley lines here to access external elements, which will stop the mud. See? However, we were previously using the spikes to disrupt the ley lines. This is the first time I'm using the spikes to seal them. I have done some estimation and adjusted some of the spikes parameters. In theory, nothing should go wrong, but theory is, as you know, ultimately theory, and theories must be tested. It's just thinking of beginning the initiation process in fact, but it has some this. Well, allow me then. Yeah, dialogue अच्छा. That's just theory, but theory is, as you know, ultimately theory. And theories must be tested. दिल जीत लिया ये बंदे ने ये डायलॉग मार के. इसको फोटो लेने का मन कर रहा है. मैं लेता हूँ फोटो. हाँ, बाय द वे मैं गोवा गया था और मैं एयरप्लेन के अंदर फोटो वीडियो खींच रहा था, तब अचानक से मेरा फ़ोन बंद हो गया. पोको X3 Pro मेरा फ़ोन था भाई. इतना घटिया कंपनी है ना पोको. मेरे को विश्वास नहीं हो रहा कि मैं क्यों लॉयल हुआ ऐसी कंपनी के लिए. लाइक MI का फ़ोन मेरे पास है ना, Redmi Note 3 करके था. उसको इतना घिसा है ना, 5 साल चला है बिना कोई प्रॉब्लम के. तो उसका ही पेरेंट कंपनी पोको है. मैंने पोको X2 लिया, उसका कैमरा अचानक से बंद हो गया. पोको X2 का वो मैंने ठीक करा, वारंटी के अंदर था. उसके बाद सिंस वो वारंटी के अंदर था, मैंने वो बेच के ये पोको X3 Pro लिया. वो भी वारंटी के अंदर है. 9 महीने नहीं हुए और अचानक से चलना बंद हो गया वो फ़ोन. अभी मैंने वो सर्विस सेंटर के अंदर दिया है. सर्विस सेंटर बोल रहे हैं कि आपको ये पोको ने इसके स्पेयर पार्ट्स बनाने बंद कर दिए, तो आपका फ़ोन फिक्स नहीं हो सकता. भाई फ़ोन पिछले साल के 30 मार्च को निकला है. 1.5 साल नहीं हुआ, तुमने स्पेयर पार्ट्स बनाने बंद कर दिए. ये क्या होता है? मेरा फ़ोन फिक्स नहीं कर रहा और बोल रहे हैं सर आप उसके बदले ना रेडमी का फ़ोन ले लो, Note 10 Pro. भाई गेमिंग फ़ोन लिया जिसपे मैं गेंशिन इम्पैक्ट खेलता हूँ और तुम मेरे को रेडमी Note 10 Pro दे रहे हो. हाँ, स्नैपड्रैगन कहा स्नैपड्रैगन 860 और 732G उल्लू बनाने के लिए बैठे हुए हैं. मैं तो वो लिटरली अभी रेकमेंड नहीं करता हूँ कोई भी पोको का फ़ोन बिल्कुल मत लेना. अभी ये मैं मेरे फ्रेंड का ओप्पो का फ़ोन ले रहा हूँ. ओप्पो का, पोको नहीं, ओप्पो. वो अभी टेम्परेली यूज़ कर रहा हूँ. मैंने सर्विस सेंटर के अंदर फ़ोन दे के रखा हुआ है. उन्हें तो बोला है मेरे को ठीक करके दो. नहीं हुआ तो मैं तो आगे कंप्लेंट करने वाला हूँ. ये क्या होता है कि सर हम आपको फिक्स नहीं करके देंगे वारंटी के अंदर. ये हद होती है. और मैंने इतनी सारी फोटोज़ वीडियोस खींची हुई है, मैंने प्रॉपर तरीके से बैकअप भी नहीं लिया हुआ. मेरे को मेन वो चीज़ का दुख हो रहा है. चलो आई थिंक मैं ऑफ टॉपिक चला गया, बट वेल अलाउ मी नो. ऑल राइट, आई लीव इट टू यू. आई विल ऑब्जर्व फ्रॉम दिस साइड. कंप्लीट हो गया है. ये भी इवेंट ऐसा ही है क्या? भाई ये इवेंट भी ऐसा ही है. चलो स्टार्ट करें.
My apologies. Shine down.
ओके.
Into the wind.
ओहो, ये और आ गया. More enemies incoming.
One with nature. Clouds high.
First fall.
Into the wind. Go and fly.
इधर है.
Sakura swirl. Torn to oblivion. There is no escape. I swear by my sword. The wind knows our
ओ भाई साहब.
with nature.
Barbados!
आगे कर, guide us. ओ भाई क्या हो गया? मेरे पास एनर्जी नहीं है. मेरे को एनर्जी चाहिए.
The wind knows.
Kamisato art!
Kamisato art. Sumetsu.
Shine down!
One with nature.
Good.
Wind, hear me!
Hear me.
Now you shall
The
perish!
One with wind
Wind and cloud. चलो एक बार कर दिया, अब उसी से बात करो. Didn't you say that theoretically there wouldn't be any problems? The spike wound up causing the dark mud to gush out inside. Ah, is that how it is? The thing that I did not factor the ground into my calculation. What an error. Factor the ground into your calculations? That's right. Our previous experiments all took on softer soil, but within the chasm, the medium through which the spike's energy travels is not soil but rock, which has very different properties. This caused a major discrepancy between the earlier calculation and the actual results. Indeed, theory is not a mere matter of imagination. Instead, it must be grounded and proven in reality. बात तो सही है यार बंदे की. एक सेकेंड. This proving process seems kinda dangerous though. Also, why did so much mud come out at all at once? Indeed, this place is quite far from the mining complex, so the mud really shouldn't be flowing all the way here. The situation must be much more urgent than we imagine. Also, the pushing of spikes has a definite effect on the environments affected by the dark mud. This shows that the mud's proliferation is, as I guessed, an issue that stems from the ley lines. This proves the need for experimentation and proof, does it not? Of course, if I had done the experiment myself, I would have wound up being attacked by monsters. Not that I worry about being injured, but that would be a small loss compared to any damage that might be done to the Pusina spikes. How would I answer to our great tutor Firnas or my fellow researchers in Kashewar? Okay, you should pay more attention to your own safety nonetheless. वही यार वो मशीन टूट जाएगा चलेगा भाई, पर तेरी जान ज़्यादा important है. True, the data we've collected can be used to adjust the results of our calculations. Now, the solutions to this interfering parameters, I believe there are 4 such methods, though there should be only one that will prove the most effective. Thank you so much for helping me with this test run, Kamala. I'll make some adjustment to the Fusina spike. Later it can be moved into the mining complex where the operations can then begin. You're moving into the mining complex? Well, no, I had agreed to today to hire some local miners here to move it. But when they heard that my objective was to resolve the issue of the dark mud, they refused any payment. I've spoken to Peggy and Mooney from the Ministry of Civil Affairs, however, though Mora will still go to them as compensation. Of course, I'll need you to help start the machine once it reaches its destination. A muddy, bizarre adventure. Wait till the next day. चल यार अभी ये इवेंट किया है चालू, तो पूरा करते. Back to Hasini. सेकंड लोकेशन। आओ तो भाई साहब ये क्या इतना सारा डार्क मड? ओ भाई बहुत ज्यादा डार्क मड नहीं है ये? You're here. Yeah, you're here to help. I was just checking the Pusina spike, and I must say that Levi's miners are made of stern stuff. Just two of them were enough to transport the spike here. But since the spike has some fine moving parts, I need to check if it has been affected while in transit. In theory, though, everything should be fine. That's what you said last time too, and nearly got Paimon and Thandala into deep trouble. Well, I did also say there's a difference between theory and reality. However, I made sure to check everything before we came. Everything has been prepared, and once initiated and in operation, the spikes will not need any initial elemental energy input to maintain its charging state. Wait, it doesn't need any initial energy? Yes, before I had to adapt it to Inazuma's environment, and so I modified it such that it could only charge and operate through the use of electrode. However, this is not the original operating mode of the Pusina spike. Originally, it was intended to function in this sort of environment. In fact, this mud is its power source. The mud provides power to the spike. That's right, and that's why the spike is perfectly suited to solving this issue. If you consider it, this dark mud issue we've been having in the chasm has both symptom and source, both of which must be resolved. Of these, the source is the ley lines. Exactly. As such, we must nip the problem in the bud by sealing the openings in the ley lines through which the dark mud is spewing out. Of course, the sealing of the ley lines will not completely solve the problem of the dark mud that has already come out. However, the Pusina spikes has the ability to absorb the energy within the dark mud and decrease its power as it contaminates. This is what we call fixing the symptoms. This way, the dark mud that has already reached the surface will serve as a power source of Pusina spike, and the spike continues operation. It will close the ley lines from which the mud is spewing through. As for those monsters who have been affected by the mud due to long-term exposure, they will lose the enhancements they get from it and will weaken. 3 birds in with 1 stone. You know what? This Percy Spicy is better than Paimon thought. It's called Pusina Spike. Pusina's brilliant truly is one is such that one might also believe that the spike was specifically made to solve problems such as these. If that guess of mine is true, then this whole process of solving the dark mud problem could serve as a valuable experimental data in the future. Who knows, this research might even allow me to discover some hitherto unknown principle behind how Porcina could affect the ley lines using certain devices. This subject has great value. Honestly, if I could win Academia Kavika's prize with this, that would be wonderful. What's that? This is a prize that Academia gives out specifically to young researchers. Every year, the sages will go over the research reports sent in and cast votes to select the winner. The criteria for winning are the subject must be groundbreaking, creative, and that the person sending the report must have great potential and be under 40 years of age. All those who have won Kavika's prize while under the age of 40 would go on to win great renown in the academy. That sounds awesome. Well, let's start this spike up right now. And let's hope it solves our problem. बट भाई तू यंग है कि ओल्ड है? तेरे बाल तो वाइट है। हाँ वैसे मैं भी 30 साल का हूँ और मेरी भी सफ़ेद दाढ़ी आनी चालू हो गई है। That's it. Please take note that while Pusina Spikes is a very impressive piece of equipment, it is also quite integrated, fragile, if it is hit while operating or if it is submerged by dark mud, which can cause fouling. The spike will turn off automatically to prevent any further damage. As such, please be aware of the mud and monsters while you operate the device.
Time to go.
ओ भाई साहब ओ भाई गया
Wind strike. Barbados, guide us. Ha! Ha! Embrace the ice. Illusion shattered. Inazuma shines eternal.
ऐसा ना अब ये रही एनर्जी
Wind strike. I swear by my sword.
The wind knows me.
इधर जाना
Fallen leaves.
Adorn my knife.
Barbados, guide us. Kamisato out.
God, we were through.
Now you shall perish.
Don't let those monsters hit those spikes.
Time to go. Time to go. One with wind
Wind and cloud.
I swear by my sword.
Okay. Report back to Husini. हो गया finally. The effects are better than I thought. We recorded all the phenomena we've seen and the data we've collected. And most importantly, the dark mode was completely clear. It's just that, why do you look so unhappy? Is it a bad thing that the mining complex is all clean? Let me think. Well, when Kidev and I analyzed the situation previously, we believed that the opening in the ley lines through which the dark mud came should be here. I don't think that such an opening would have been this easy to clear out. So the true entry point must be elsewhere. And in this case, that affected area also include the frontline mines. Exactly. This means that the point through which the dark mud is flowing is in the tunnels. Such areas will be far more narrow, allowing for greater buildup of the mud and making it easier for monsters to swarm, thus worsening our problem. Still, I have full faith in Pusina's spike. It is, after all, Pusina's great creation. Just let me do a bit of maintenance work on it first. I'll call the miners who've agreed to move the spike into the tunnels over. Reliable है वो workers. Wait till next day. कहाँ पे है? Okay. Oh.
Another test subject.
Into the wind.
Take flight!
It should arrive by
हमसे पंगा लोगे, हमको लालच दिखाओगे और हमारी लालच पूरी ना करे, ऐसा नहीं हो सकता। ठीक है? तू हाउ हुसैनी, ओके। ये तू ऊपर वाला था ना? तेरा हेलमेट किधर गया? हैं? You're just in time, Tandale. We were discussing how to move the Pusina spikes in. I must say, however, the situation is far more serious than we anticipated. This is bad. There's too much dark mud here, and it's flowing with monsters attracted by the mud. We can't move the spike in. We can't find any path forward at all. We're still a long way off from the mining tunnels. Come on, we've got to try again. If it still doesn't work out, let's go back out there and grab a few more buddies to help out. I mean, I'm not too the mining superstar. I can carve through a mountain with but a few swings of my pickaxe. These monsters are no match for me. Let's get going. Keep on faking. We'll see how much redder your face can get from all that coffee. Nonsense. We can't proceed any further in. Long-term exposure to this mud will have severe consequences. The large number of monsters makes things even more dangerous. But we all saw, didn't we? We put the machine into the mining complex and it was cleaned up just like that. If we could just get rid of this mud sooner, it's in the time to be trying free solutions, whether it be in experiments or in problem solving. Proceeding without preparation and proper examination is too rash. One mistake could cost lives. भाई बात सही बोल रहा, आराम से करो, गाई मत करो. Your own life is of utmost importance. This is one of the basic axioms of Academia's lab manual. As the researchers from the Academia, I cannot simply stand by and allow such foolhardiness. But if we stop, who's going to do something about all this mud? If it continues to attract those monsters, it wouldn't matter if we got another 20 people. We wouldn't make any headway. Let me think. If this really is unworkable, we could activate the spike once more over here first. Yeah, that's right. I just gave dark mud emissions once over, and though they are faster than how they were the day before in the mining complex, this is not yet the heart of the problem. So the purification rate should be quicker than the rate at which the dark mud can flow out. These monsters in the chasms were attracted by the dark mud. I suspect that they must be affected by its energy. So setting the spike up here and decreasing the mud's influence in the vicinity should be of help to you, Handler. If we clear out the mud, the monsters should stop congregating. Once that happens, we can try moving the spike further in. Then let's do this. You two head back to the camp and rest first. We'll have need of you later. Come on, I don't need to rest yet. It's not time for mining superstar to lay his pickaxe down here. If it's clearing monsters, I can hop out too. Quit the tough guy act already. I've seen this happen with yours before. This is Thunderlip we're talking about. Where he gets to fixing things, there's little people like you and I have to fear. We'll leave the dark mud in this area to you. Got it. Leave it to me. Just relax. Ah yes, Thunder. This entire area is covered in mud. The situation is far worse than I thought. Here, there are a lot of monsters nearby, so stay on your toes. I'll take care of myself. No, I mean, stay on your toes, literally. Stay on your toes regarding Pusina Spike. I have full confidence in your abilities, but less so in the awesome and yet fragile Spike. Please make sure that the Spike makes it through unscathed. Okay. Okay. Okay.
There is no escape!
Falling leaves.
Please, alone my night.
Wait, hear me! Inazuma shines eternal! Illusion shattered! Embrace the ice!
Yeah.
The wind knows me. Clouds high.
Hi, the birds call.
Wind strike.
10 हो गए, 11 मर गए. कहाँ है विलेन? कहाँ है enemies? Okay. Okay. And ये रहा third. हो गया.
One with nature! Barbados!
Guide us.
Shine down! Torn to oblivion! Sakura swirl!
Sakura swirl.
My apologies!
Into the wind.
वापस. चलो, क्लियर हो गया.
One with nature.
Come in nature. Wind and cloud.
Into the wind.
I swear by
Then I
my
sword.
illusion shattered! Inazuma shines
Then
eternal!
eternal.
Whirling Kamisato art! Sumetsu!
Okay. पहले ये क्लियर करो. आजाओ 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 बेटा आजाओ.
Take flight! There is no escape!
Clouds high.
The birds call.
Wait, hear me!
Done. Okay, go to adventure. अरे भाई मतलब बहुत बड़ा है ये क्वेस्ट. 5 और ये हो गया, मतलब 2 और करना है. बड़ा है क्वेस्ट. बट सिंस अभी स्टार्ट कर दिया है, मन कर रहा है कंप्लीट कर दूं. As expected. I suppose now the dark mud and monsters are gone with minimal damage to the pushing fight. I'm most glad that you were the one that got us to help out. If it were anyone else, I doubt that they could have solved this issue quite so handily. Well, I'm pretty good at what I do. Indeed, that is plain to see. The two manas, who and Tao, Tu and How, have headed back to rest. Looks like it will be difficult to move the spike back right away. But clearing the mud as we go isn't a good idea either. The closer we get to the area venting in the mud, the more intense the rate at which it will just keep flowing out. We have to stop this problem directly at its source. Looks like we need another solution. Wait till the next day. अरे यार क्या है, सीधा भेजना दूसरी जगह पे. क्या वेट टिल द नेक्स्ट डे, फालतू गिरी. फालतू गिरी है. वेट टिल द नेक्स्ट डे मतलब टाइम वेस्ट कराना है लोगों का. इसकी माँ का क्या है तेरे को. हाँ हाँ, जब मैं लड़ रहा था तब तुमको नहीं करना पा, मतलब मैं जब बात करने जा रहा था तब तेरे को पीछा करना है। अब मैं वापस आया तो भाग गए हो, अब मरो। बर्थडे आए पीछा करने वाले। अच्छा खासा क्वेस्ट कर रहा था, आ गया पीछा करने, क्वेस्ट ब्लॉक करके रखता है। Are you alright? Hosseini, क्या हो गया? I think I must be feeling the effects myself. Must have stayed here too long while thinking about how to move the Perseus back towards the leyline structure. It's not a big deal though. I've had some rest and I'm much better already. At the same time, I've also thought of a solution. It's just that, well, I must say that finding a way to move the Perseus spike around is actually not as hard as finding excuses to extend the report submission dates. Since the mud covers the ground, we can make it float just a little by using hot air balloons and transport the spike that way. Ooh, that sounds like a pretty good idea. Of course, this will help us solve our dark mud problem to some extent, but in areas where it has blocked up the tunnel, we might still have some trouble getting the hot air balloon through. And this is without speaking of the monster that the mud will attract. I'm afraid that we'll have to leave such things to you. Don't worry, between Paimon and Thanale, all these monsters won't even know what hit them. Guess you're the star of the show, Paimon. Hey, well, Paimon's mostly just cheering you from the sides, you know. Oh, to think that laughing just a little would make me cough this much. Whatever the case, who and Tao. Tao and who? Tu and how? Tu and how? Who and Tao बोल रहा हूँ मैं इतनी देर से. Tu and how are packaging the Pursina spike and getting the balloon ready. I'd have packaged the Pursina spike myself, but the mere effort of standing up for a while is enough to send me into puffing fit. How embarrassing. Looks like I'll have to train my body as well as my academic mind in the future. Go and look for them. चलो भैया जी. कहाँ है भैया जी? ये ना वापस वही फालतूगिरी. एनिमी इज ट्रिगर्ड. तुम क्या है तेरे को? नहीं पिटना है तेरे को, पिटना है तेरे को. ले भाई. क्या कर लिया? नहीं क्या कर लिया? क्या कर लिया? क्या उखाड़ लिया जिंदगी में? आ जाते हैं पिटने. Hey Tanzuli, we're just in time. We're just wrapping things up. Guess the dude from Simmer explained how we are going to use this hot air balloon. One who says he's not some dude from Simmer. He's here to help us with the dark one. Couldn't you have respect? Hey, this is just a family form of address. Right, whatever the balloon can be used and the producer's location design device have also been prepared. Handle if you need help of the mining superstar. Actually, never mind. I can't really help right now. At least you've got some self-awareness. Go and get some rest. Whatever the case, if you want to start moving around, just start the hot burning item. खत्म करना है अभी बस पक.
Whirling snow.
Time to go. Into the wind.
Shine down.
Fallen leaves.
Adorn my night.
I swear by my sword! Inazuma shines
Time's eternal.
Kamisato art.
Shut up. That's true.
My apologies. Illusion shattered.
The wind knows me.
Right.
Time to go. Clouds high.
Hi, the bird's call.
Into the wind.
There is no escape. Wind, hear me.
Time to go. Fallen leaves.
Adorn my night.
Sakura swirl.
Call.
Take
Talk to Husini. Well, the spike has been placed. According to my estimation, this should be the opening through the ley lines through which the lanes are overflowing. If we can get the spike up and running here, we can effect the ley lines as such that the opening can be closed. I believe that this will solve our problem for good. Shall we start now then? No, we cannot. I must perform another round of checks. We cannot afford to have another problem like the one we faced during the test run. Once the spike is ready, we will be rid of this terrible mud and no one should thus come with it. ठीक है, कर ले भाई. अभी मेरे को टेक्स्ट और पढ़ना नहीं है, फटाफट कंप्लीट करना है.
Another test subject.
I swear by my sword.
ये चेस्ट नए आए हैं क्योंकि ये कैनन था ना, कैनन से तब फोड़ा है, ये ऑपरेट किया हुआ है. तो मैं तो ऐसे छोड़ने वालों में से तो हूँ नहीं.
One with nature.
ये नया चेस्ट आया है.
My apologies. Kamisato art.
Kamisato art. Kumetsu.
Should replace my hammer. You're open.
Take flight. Forest blast.
A fateful offering.
प्लीतोफो ये पड़ा हुआ है, ये प्लीतोफो का.
Time to go. Wind strike.
My apologies. Barbados. Guide us. Illusion shattered. Torn to oblivion.
Wait till the next day. क्या फुद्दूगिरी. बारह बज के अगला दिन हो गया. And I think we are at the last step. You're finally back. How is the investigation going? The adjustment have been completed. I'm still a little worried, but we can leave it there in the tunnels. I've asked Kadif to make some medicine for Tu and Hao as well. It's up to you now. Initialize the spike and seal the openings through which the darkness is gushing out. Honestly, when Kadif first came to me for help, I thought to myself that I just packed the spike up and head to somewhere if things didn't work out. In any case, we had done enough experiments on the Corsina spikes already, more than enough to have data that would support a full report. But Tu and Hao, if I just left them here, they would have to deal with this dangerous darkness for the rest of their lives. I decided that if my research could not help them and was only good for publishing reports, then it would not be worth very much at all. That's why I decided to find some way to stop the ley lines from spreading this month. I must admit that coming into contact with this mud was something of a wake-up call for me as well. I believe in your strength, but the areas where the dark mud flows freely are still very dangerous, so be careful. Got it. I was talking about you. This spike can indeed decrease the effect of the mud, the effect the mud has on the monsters if deployed at the ley-line ruptures. But the monsters that have been attracted there too are just enormous. So please, you have to take care of yourself. Yes, I will. Just let me go at them. Okay.
There is no escape! Into the wind! As one with wind and cloud! Fallen leaves!
That's on my mind.
Wind, hear me.
Go and fly!
Embrace the ice.
Yeah.
Take flight. My apologies. Shine down.
Okay, आ जाओ.
Inazuma shines eternal. Take flight.
The birds come.
Kami-sato
God,
out.
Sumetsu.
Barbados.
Barbados, Gaiden.
The wind knows me. Fallen leaves.
Arjun mine now.
Time to
Oblivion.
Sakura swirl.
Sakura sword.
Whirling snow. I swear by my sword. Now you shall
Will
perish.
perish.
Illusion.
Clouds high. The birds call. Wind strider.
Kami-sato
That's
out.
what. Sumetsu.
Inazuma shines eternal. There is no escape.
Challenge complete. New record. Report back to Husseini. Husseini Shah. How did it go? Did you manage to operate the spike successfully? Yes, it went well. Good. Though the Kusina spike cannot seal the opening in one go, as long as it is successful once, continued operation should not be an issue. This means that it's really just a matter of time before the opening closes completely. Our problem here is therefore solved. I must record this for all I know. I may yet become a figure of some influence in the academy once the full research report on Pusina Spikes is submitted. I might even write it into my future memoirs. I can see it now. My experiments with the preternaturally skilled Thundala of this chasm. I'll be eagerly waiting for the day to come. Well, I fear I'm not hardly up to that writing assignment reports. Writing stories that I must report. I can only hope that you'll forgive any flaws in my work. Chalo, sahi hai. चलो ये हो गया. आई थिंक कर ही दिया, पूरा ही कंप्लीट कर दिया. 4000 का करना था. सारे रिवॉर्ड आ गए, कंप्लीट हो गया. आराताकी का भी हो गया. अब बस ये पेरिलस ट्रेल बचा है.
The world remains constant over the centuries.
Let's complete this.
Life is like the dew at dawn, or above.
Let's finish this. The chasm's bet. Enter the new domain. The realm of snarling illusions. Let's start it. आज खत्म करेंगे. 1 घंटा है मेरे पास. 1 घंटा और खेलूंगा और खत्म कर दूंगा.
What's this?
What a weird and wonderful scene.
Look at that huge disc in the distance. Hold on. Is that the fantastic compass?
It's even bigger than a cooking pot.
What? That's the best description you can come up with? It's way bigger than that!
Well, it seems our theory checked out. In my humble legal opinion, that's almost certainly the magical device I've been looking for. It really showed up. But if this really is the fantastic compass, it's so huge! How the heck am I gonna lug that back to my office? I mean, come on, Yanfei. Don't give up now. Let's investigate the area first. What the? Are they treasure hoarders?
What are the treasure hoarders doing here?
They look familiar. Oh yeah, I bumped into these rapscallions a few days ago.
क्या कर रहे हैं ये लोग?
Want a taste of my hammer? You're open!
Incinerate!
You're open!
Boom boom!
A new job! You're open!
Incinerate! Time for your arraignment!
I wasn't done! Off with you!
Easy peasy. Just like last time. You know, when I ran into them before, I was working on a big commercial case. The defendant hired them to attack me, just to get back at me.
Being a legal advisor sounds tough.
Happens all the time. Luckily, I'm well trained in martial arts, so taking them down was a piece of cake. But these are the exact same guys as I met last time. Is this space recreating scenes from my memory?
हो सकता है क्योंकि ट्रेजर होल्डर यहाँ मिलने मुश्किल है.
Maybe this is one of the ways our adversary intends to devour us. Unbelievable.
ये रहा.
There's a smaller disc here. Judging from the appearance and design, In all likelihood, this is the Fantastic Compass. Why is there a small version of the Fantastic Compass stuck in the ground? What's it for?
Okay, I found this note. Note of unknown origin. भाई मैं बैग खोल रहा हूँ. Note of unknown origin. I miss my daughter. Oh.
Wind, hear me.
Hear me. Okay. Heal हो गया कादवा. I'll investigate it, but उसके पहले I'll investigate this. Oh, you don't want me to investigate? That's very mean of you.
Huh? A new entrance. Great.
Whoa. Is this a tunnel? This is weird. It feels like it's connecting to another world. Or maybe another time.
Another time. Time on time बोल रही है. Time God.
I thought we might run into some other people here, but apparently not.
What's that sound यहाँ पे?
The Fatui? Whose memory is this? Ah, watch out!
Just as I thought.
Yelan, you're here!
I will take you down no matter how many times you show up.
Hey, relax. We're together now. Boom!
Quietly now.
Flash frost.
Let's move.
Don't get in the way.
Take it easy.
Detoxify heat.
Freshness preserved.
You need to hurry up.
Frozen food.
I didn't factor this in.
Oh भाई.
Motion to compel. Yikes!
This one's done.
Gotcha.
You're not going anywhere.
Game's up. Fun's over. How was I?
अरे येलान मर गई यार. क्या है यार?
No problem.
I object.
Correct. Oh ho. I have 10 retries. क्या बात है?
Busted.
Shouldn't get careless.
Flash free. Chill to the bone.
Boom! The law.
Oh ho.
Loopholes.
Roasted fried.
Take it easy. Gotcha. Take it easy. Things are about to get dicey.
अबे यार
Stone.
यार ये क्या
Busted.
Keep within the law. Incinerate!
Gotcha. What are
अरे यार अबे यार ये लोग हील कैसे हो रहे हैं
Motion to compel.
की माँ का भाई कैसे हराऊं एक मिनट मैं मेरा बैग भी सिलेक्ट नहीं कर पा रहा हूँ पहले हील कर लो यार
quietly now?
Boom!
Gotcha. Quietly now.
क्या है ये
Here comes the cat.
You are going to be well done.
I must get up. But can I get out of here? I will recover. See. In the compass.
Amateurs. And still they dare to come after me.
He will record everything in the compass.
You've still got it.
That voice just now.
Remember how I said I'd seen some illusions myself? Those were the same words I heard last time. The space seems to be reproducing that memory. Now that you know, at least we're all on the same page.
He said the word fantastic. Was he talking about the fantastic compass?
Yanfei, see that thing on the ground?
Yeah, we tinkered with it. That's how we met up with you. I guess it's a miniature version of the fantastic compass in the distance. It has a close connection to the entire space.
It looks somewhat familiar. Let me think.
Enter a new space, okay? Let's forward. ये कहाँ है हम ग्राफिक्स तो बहुत मस्त बनाया है इन लोगों ने
Another new space.
If everywhere within this space follows the same rules, there must be another small fantastic compass somewhere around here.
Osatius, I can't believe someone like you would end up as a lost soul underground.
Ciao.
No enemies. Hold on.
Wait, is the enemy hiding itself? Oh no, we should go help him.
Stay back! This is my fight. Do not come near me.
Filthy monsters! So many people have died at your hands! I lured you here to this underground space because I found your weakness.
Hiding and ambushing from the dark is Bosacius' signature tactic.
Die here with me!
How did a valiant warrior like you die here?
Uh-oh. This is not going well for Xiao.
No matter. I know how this ends.
Look! Bosacius is showing signs of fatigue.
Bosacius, Martial Retris. Even your strength is finite. But your illusion is not as mighty as you. This is not you in all your glory. I wonder what Rex Lapis would think if he saw what had become of the first Yaksha.
Leave! I'll deal with the rest. We can't let the monsters get to the surface. Everyone, remember, we must hold the line at 60 miles outside the chasm at all costs.
Fallen leaves, adorn
Dawn
my...
my night.
Enough! Phantom, be gone!
Xiao, are you okay?
You haven't even recovered from your injuries yet.
This is my purpose. Don't worry about me.
So your invisible opponent was the legendary Bosacius, Martial Vitris?
Yes. So excuse my stubbornness. Bosacius has been missing for centuries. This may have been the last time I will ever see him.
He was saying something about holding the line at all costs.
He fought here. The nameless Yaksha from the legends. It was him.
But didn't you say he'd always announce his name? How could his name be lost to time? What happened?
I don't know. Maybe he forgot who he was.
Because the karma you spoke of drove him to madness?
Bosacius had already gone mad before he disappeared. There was no way of knowing if his memories were intact.
He still took part in the Battle of the Chasm despite having gone mad?
We Yakshas are not a race that thrive in peacetime. It's likely that he was drawn by the scent of bloody war. Slaughter is what we do best. Maybe it's the only thing we know. This battle confirmed my suspicions. As we had speculated, this space reflects information from people's minds. In other words, despite going mad, Bosacius came here. The illusion we saw just now is the impression he left behind. This space recreated him as he was during the battle. The way he fought was so self-destructive. He couldn't possibly have survived.
We fought the monsters.
Bosacius's illusion said he'd discovered the monster's weakness and lured them underground. What kind of place could this be? Defeating Conria's monsters is no small feat, that's for sure.
Guys, it could just be me, but I think I'm suddenly feeling more tired than I was.
This space is really starting to affect us.
I believe Bosacius stayed here underground. But now he is gone, and only his illusion remains. If we don't leave, we may meet the same fate.
Let's go.
Time to move on.
Let's
You fought well, Bosacius. Goodbye.
let's go and find Ito.
Time to go.
अबे क्या है ये पजल?
Time to go.
क्या है?
My apologies.
Into the wind.
लगता है बैग के अंदर जो नोट है, नोट पढ़ना पड़ेगा।
Time to go. One with nature. The wind knows me. Wind straggling.
चलो कर लेते हैं। कुछ नहीं हुआ। करना क्या है मेरे को ये नहीं समझ में आ रहा। जब वो टूटा हुआ है ना पड़ेगा ये क्वेस्ट के बारे में करना कैसे कंप्लीट फॉरवर्ड और जा नहीं रहा ओरिजिन 2 पुल ठीक है पुल किया आई थिंक वो ओपन हो गया इट्स डिफरेंट स्पेस इन टाइम हाँ राइट बैकवर्ड हाँ अब हुआ ना अब नया जगह जाएंगे मेरे हिसाब से अब हम जाएंगे ईतो वाली जगह पे ईतो या शिनोबू दोनों में से कोई एक मिलेगा
Shall we take a look?
Okay, let's see.
Letter 4. We have no idea how long it's been since we came out of our family, came out with our formers and children, but according to the information we've gathered, the beasts have completely lost all mobility. Indeed, most of them have disappeared. We are victorious, and what a grand victory it is, save that we can never return home. Oolong's daughter will turn 2 this year, and Qingming's grandmother is getting long in the tooth. The two of them miss their family so early. Though I myself have no relation, no one does not wish to return home. But for those of us who are here, we are the only kin we have. This place is very mysterious indeed. I do not know if it is because we miss home or because this place was always like this, but when we are on patrol here, we can see sights that we can only see back home. I used to hear the old folks say that Livo has had hundreds of years of history when it comes to mining in the mountain, but this doesn't look like any mine. Perhaps this might all be my imagination. What with missing my childhood home back in the mining settlement, I wish I could go back there.
It looks like these were letters written by the Millilith soldiers who stayed here.
So, who's this Boyang they mentioned?
Boyang was one of my ancestors. The one who didn't make it back.
You mean Boyang fought alongside Bosacius?
I believe so.
And the Millilith soldiers were their brothers in arms.
I guess now we have a pretty good idea of where everyone that went missing ended up.
Yes.
So scary. What happened?
Come on, let's not stay here. I have a gut feeling that sooner or later we'll connect all the dots. And then, we'll finally know the truth. Still, who knows how this space is planning on revealing the answer to us.
निकलो इधर से चल यार पुल कर ही लेता हूँ मैं वेस्ट Point number 1. एक मिनट. आई थिंक ये वाले पे नहीं गए हम. ये वाले पे चलते हैं. ये नया लग रहा है. देखा नया.
There's nothing here at all.
What a creepy space.
It has the feel of the abyss. But where are the opponents?
I think this is my memory
Your memory? Of what?
of emptiness. That's the power of the abyss.
The abyss? So, this place is created purely based on your memory?
I'm afraid so, because I always remember that the abyss took my twin away.
It's getting darker.
I'll find a way to survive this, then find the lost treasure.
It's...
Lumine.
Lumine, wait!
Huh? What's that shiny round thing on the ground?
It looks like
The fantastic compass.
In the other spaces, the fantastic compass was always partially buried in the ground. But this one is lying flat, intact, as if somebody left it here.
Oh, she was just a figment of your imagination? So, she appeared as an illusion because you miss her so much, huh?
I can sense that she's not here. But at least we found this.
Yenfei, are you sure this is the fantastic compass you're looking for?
I think so. There were no pictures in the will, but based on the description, it seems to check out. Yelan? What is it?
From the design and build, this fantastic compass looks extremely similar to the catalysts used by my clan. I just need to do this, and... Someone's used this before. There may be a hidden message inside. Let's get out of here and find somewhere safer. All right, here we'll be fine. Take a moment to catch your breath while I try to unlock the fantastic compass. Within yin and yang, among the 5 regions, water, fire, wind, and thunder cycle like the seasons. Grasp the 7 heavens from the ground. Open wide the 3 gates. All the world within reach.
हम लोग automatically transport होने वाले.
Now that I've found the fantastic compass, my work here is done. But if the Bosacius we saw was just an illusion, will we really be able to take anything we find here back to the outside world?
अरे but ईतो किधर है?
Time to go.
और शिनोबू?
Bosacius was the leader of the 5 Yakshas under Rex Lapis's command. He could control electro energy. Unlike me, he was both a formidable warrior and a talented commander.
But वो 2 जगह रह गई अभी भी.
Well, well. This is not what I was expecting.
Oh, seems like you've made a new discovery.
My name is Boyong. Here I leave the record of all I know for the future generations to see and learn from my experience. My comrades and myself were ordered by the king to make the fantastic compass, to take the fantastic compass to the chasm and assist our Millilith champions, but the beasts in this place were incredibly terrifying, and our forces suffered terrible losses. If not for the aid of the Yaksha, I fear that my brother and I might have been slain right there and then. This Yaksha has 4 hands and behaves in a maddened fashion, even being unable to remember his own name. When in a caged state, he refers to others around him as Alatus and Menogas. He has mastery over the thunder, and his form is awe-inspiring, one that is destined to be remembered throughout history. We followed him into battle against the wicked beast for 10 odd days, finally breaking out. The snake has its weakness even 7 inches below the head, and these monsters naturally have their weaknesses as well. Having discovered this, the Yaksha has decided on a battle plan to target that weakness. In our previous battle, the surface of the chasm was damaged, revealing a great and enigmatic underground palace in the bowels of the earth. We observed that the monster would grow weak when approaching this domain, and we guessed that there is some power there that greatly suppresses the beasts of Tundra. We have suffered too many losses. We must end this quickly. Zhao and I agreed that I would take the fantastic compass and lead a group of Lilith to follow the Yaksha down into the underground palace. We will lure the beasts away and herd them into the depths of the palace. The seal must be completed by myself and the Yaksha within the place, with Zhao aiding us from the outside. That way we can ensure that the seal will hold. If this works, the chasm front will be secured. However, this means that the Yaksha and the Millilith with us will be left behind within the underground palace. Yet the benefits are too great. We have to try this out. The warriors have observed day and night and have confirmed that the beasts are heavily limited once they enter the underground palace, almost as if some power is eating away at them. Some of our wounded have sacrificed themselves, and others have split off from the main party in their confusion, never to return. Will the monster really be vanquished in this way? The unmatched strangeness of the underground palace is something that I fear only I and the Yaksha still live to witness. I do not know how much time has passed. The Yaksha is gravely wounded and maddened. I fear he will not live long. As for me, though I remain clear-headed, I can feel Fey mood setting in. I do not know how long I've been here. The Yaksha urges me to depart, forgetting that staying here was the fate we chose. The underground palace was almost like a living being. When a breach first appeared in the ground, we leapt down below and gave battle, but even then I noticed that the breach was quietly closing. I'm not sure if that was the only tactic we should have chosen. And even when we attacked the rent open, places slowly regenerate. Well, then only regenerate slowly sometimes. Other times they can be swift. It is hard to say. Does this mean that when we damage the ground in the fighting, we damage the outer shell of this place? Have we accidentally entered the belly of some mighty Leviathan, only to be slowly devoured by it? I believe that this should be the end of those wicked beasts. We have ousted them all. I have tried many paths. There is no way out. The Yaksha has fallen. Only I remain. I see my family, my wife, my children. They approach me, and then they pass through. I must be going now. How else would I be seeing my family? You are in labor, father. I wish I could go home, but cannot. Wrongs are. Sometimes I curse the fact that it was not you who had to undergo this torture, but rather, as your older brother, I'm glad that you survived. So tired, I can't think straight.
This information was left by a thaumaturge called Boyang, who, as you know, is the missing ancestor that I came here to investigate.
All this information, it was left by your ancestor?
Hundreds of years ago, 2 of my ancestors, brothers, were gifted the fantastic compass by someone of great importance. They brought this device to the chasm and joined the war against the monsters of Conria. They set out together, but only one of them made it back. Minus his sanity.
Oh.
Karma.
Correct. One possibility is that when they fought alongside Bosacius, they were tainted by his karma. Neither of them had visions, so they wouldn't have been able to resist its effects for very long.
From reading through this, it sounds like Boyang ended up staying here for good too.
Well, this is just wonderful. So, that's it. There's no way out?
What do we do? Are we gonna die here? But Paimon doesn't wanna die!
बट एक एंसेस्टर वापस तो आया.
Paimon's had enough of this place! Let me out!
What was that? Huh?
I got it! I just had a thought. Give me a second, I just need to double check. Uh-huh. Traveler, I just realized something. Okay, so on my way here, I was studying the will the whole time. But I didn't give any thought to the book that the will was inside of. I don't know it verbatim, but I have read it before. The gist of the story goes like this. Millennia ago, an Adeptus made a magic device to seal away evil monsters. Later, he made good friends with a human and gave the device to him to use as a catalyst. A few years later, great demons haunted the mountains. The mortal and the Adeptus joined forces to exorcise them using the same device. And that's not all. The book also says this. When mortal and Adepti powers are combined, one can move the heavens and shake the earth. This contraption is proof that mortals and Adepti may coexist, that there is unity between heaven and humanity. I have both Adepti and human lineage. Maybe my power can work.
Nice.
It worked! I mean, the effect only lasted an instant because I'm not strong enough, but still, we must be on the right track.
तो अडेप्टाई जाओ है और ये लानिया ट्रैवलर.
And look! Something seems to have been activated inside the fantastic compass.
By heaven's might and the gods of the 5 regions, Yaksha and mortal together take this contraption in hand.
That's their voices from when they made the seal. Bosacius and my ancestor. They sealed off this space at the top together.
I see. It makes sense now.
Hold on, that huge crystal I saw in the bottom of the chasm. I remember when the crystal hit the ruined serpent, there seemed to be an opposing force. Was it that opposing force that delayed the awakening of the space that has now swallowed us? Or did the impact weaken the entrance on the ground? Also, we haven't seen any abyss monsters in here. Would this sword be connected?
Everyone, let's go back and meet up with Ito and Shinobu. I have a suggestion to make.
Paimon can barely move anymore. Oh, why can't we get out of here? Paimon doesn't want to die. Paimon wants to stay with you.
Paimon, just hang in there, okay? Trust me, there's still hope.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Time to go.
अच्छा उन दोनों को क्या छोड़ा था क्या पीछे? हाँ इसको छोड़ा था पीछे.
Shinobu, Ito, we're back!
How's Ito doing?
He must be exhausted, because he still hasn't woken up yet. But he's not in any serious danger, so don't worry. What about you guys? You found something, didn't you? It's written on your faces. But whatever it is, it's bad news, isn't it?
We found the fantastic compass. The previous owner left a message inside, and from the looks of it, there really is no way out of this space after all. It seems like the previous owner was stuck here forever too.
Shoot!
This isn't over yet. Listen to me. Just now, I tried channeling my power into the Fantastic Compass, and it responded.
But all that did was activate the records from when the seal was created.
Right, but the issue wasn't with the compass. It was with the method. Remember what the book says? When mortal and Adepti powers are combined, one can move the heavens and shake the earth. Only when a mortal and an Adeptus combine their powers can the Fantastic Compass be fully activated. I'm a mix of human and Adeptus, so the fact that the Fantastic Compass responded to me shows that the system is still functional. Lucky for us, we also happen to have a full Adeptus and a human with training in the magic arts.
Interesting. So that's what was going through your head.
Shao and Yelan need to cooperate.
So, an Adeptus and a human need to channel their power at the same time?
Yes, if my guess is correct, then when both of you put your full power into the Fantastic Compass, we should be able to completely reactivate it, maybe even reverse it. Last time, it was used to seal the intersection between this place and the chasm. If we can reverse it,
then we're home free.
Awesome! So there's still hope?
You bet.
Your idea seems reasonable.
Okay, well let's all take a quick break. We'll give this thing a try once we're ready.
After everyone has had a rush.
Oh boy, Paimon's so nervous.
Don't be afraid, this is going to work.
Yelan, Shao, how are we looking?
I'm all set.
I'm ready.
Let's go.
Oh, but Yanfei, there's one thing you might need to mentally prepare yourself for. I'm afraid you probably won't be able to take the Fantastic Compass out of here. From what I can tell, everything within this domain is the result of disordered space-time and memories. We all came here for different purposes, and everything that's happened here has been in response to our own imaginations and conjecture. Terrifying, but also a miracle. This space, well, it's more than just a space. Whether there's some kind of higher power at work here, I don't know, but the whole time, it's been reading our minds and responding to us in the form of illusions. Also, according to the history of the chasm, this place must have existed for a very long time. What could have created it?
I remember a giant snake just outside this place.
Oh, that. Yeah, I was there too.
Huh? Wait a second. It was you that shot that arrow?
Who else did you think it was?
When the crystal attacked the giant snake, does that have anything to do with why the ground split open?
That snake is probably a remnant of Conrion's civilization, and crystals are highly effective against it. Maybe there was some sort of opposing reaction between those two forces? If so, I'm extremely sorry, everyone. It looks like I might be the one responsible for all of this.
No! You're just trying to help us and solve the problem! You're definitely not to blame for what happened.
If you say so. You could almost liken this bizarre space to a living being that throws all kinds of hallucinations at us to deceive us. Everyone we've seen here, and all the paths we've walked, it all ceased to exist 500 years ago. Additionally, most of the things here are static. So if we really do manage to escape, then once time starts moving normally again, the Fantastic Compass will likely disappear.
That's actually what I think too. That's precisely why it's such a miracle that we even found the Fantastic Compass to begin with.
This whole thing feels like we're breaking free from our shackles using a spear that by rights should not exist.
This is a long shot, but it may be our last chance. So, Whose wish was it that summoned this device?
Perhaps it was all of us.
Perhaps it was. But maybe there's another reason. Your incredibly strong commitment to your search. It's a shame that we couldn't find your family. But if they were here, I'm sure they'd want nothing more than to see you being rescued from this place.
Yeah.
I gotta say, it does intrigue me, the way we all ended up here together. If this is fate, then let's grab it in our hands and turn it around.
Leave the boss to Ushi and me. We're ready.
Traveler, take care of Paimon. Yanfei, you might need to come closer to me when the time comes.
Sure.
All right, let's do it.
Stars align, bestow your light, evil purged by thunder's might. Spirit curbed, pneuma surge, by dictum divine, heed these words. Do as I command!
Aha! The fantastic compass is an amplifier. Maintain this energy level, and we may stand a chance.
I will maintain the energy flow.
Understood.
Everyone, stand back.
I shall hold the line by sealing the surface.
As Yakshas, we must fight for this world. General Alatus, falling in!
Watch out!
This trip may be dangerous, yet you insist on going.
I have guarded this place for several hundred years. Only to seek the nameless Yaksha do I request your approval.
नीचे क्या है? तो शाओ के हाथ पे है उसका विजन.
You can't keep this up. Your strength won't last.
अरे क्या क्या किया इसने? खुद रह गया. नहीं भाई, ऐसे नहीं छोड़ना इसको. जोंगली ने आके बचाया. जोंगली ने एंड मोमेंट पे आके बचाया उसको.
That was close. I thought you were gonna get left behind. I'm so glad you're okay. That was terrifying.
I know what you were thinking, but... Never mind. I know I can't talk you out of a mindset that's been built up over a lifetime. I don't think we were ever going to reach an agreement over the final strategy. But in the end, it was thanks to you that we managed to escape. So, thank you for saving us all.
No. I could not have done this on my strength alone.
So thanks to you too, Yelan.
Don't mention it. It looks like everyone got out unscathed, but you all look pretty exhausted. Rest up. There's no hurry to move on from here. As for me, I'm gonna check the area for any unusual activity.
She's gone. Paimon didn't even get to say thank you.
Maybe Yelan really doesn't believe she made a contribution. It seems like she's convinced Xiao saved us all, including her, and she doesn't know what to say to that. And since it's not easy to persuade Xiao of anything, maybe Yelan's just given up trying to talk to him.
Xiao, she's criticizing you.
I'm not.
You speak only the truth. I have no quarrel with that. I will keep your words in mind.
Seems like you got through to him.
Really? Well, that's great. I count that as quite an achievement. It was a perilous situation we were faced with underground, and it took every single one of us for any of us to make it out alive. I feel lucky that we didn't lose anyone along the way.
Hey, so Bullchecker still hasn't woken up yet. Surely he's not gonna stay asleep forever, is he?
I doubt it.
Let's go check on him.
I slept like a rock. Good times. Huh? What you doing? What's going on? Why are you looking at me like that?
Are you in any pain?
The head? What about it? Is there any brain damage from the impact?
You need to tell us if you're not feeling well.
You weren't that bright to begin with, so if we add brain damage to the equation... Oh, brother.
The heck are you guys talking about? I'm fine. I had an epic power nap, and now I feel like a million more. Huh. I feel like I'm forgetting something, though. Oh, yeah! Wait, weren't we underground? How did we get back here?
It's a long story. We'll fill you in later. Ito, we're indebted to you, Shinobu, and Ushi. We couldn't have escaped this predicament without your help. I'm the reason you all got caught up in this. Please accept my apologies, and let me find some way to compensate you for the trouble.
Bah, crazy talk! You helped us first! Of course we're gonna return the favor. Hey, if it weren't for you, we'd still be in a Liyue jail cell right now.
That's not quite correct. You'd be in jail, not me.
Exactly.
Good point. Well, okay then. How about this? To celebrate our newfound friendships, how about you let me take you to Liyue Harbor for some sightseeing and a proper meal?
I like the sound of that! Now that you mention it, whew, I am famished. Oh, I can barely walk here.
I'm hungry too, Senpai. Why don't we head straight over?
Paimon too! Paimon wants to come too!
Come on, we have other things to do.
Fine!
अरे इसको लेके चलो, इसको टोफू खिलाते हैं xiao को.
Alright, well, I promise I'll take good care of your friends from Inazuma. Take it easy, okay? What we just went through was a lot.
Yeah, this has been tough on everyone. Have fun, you guys.
Oh, wait! Yelan left already. I was gonna treat her to some tea. But I'll take this to mean we're square.
Oh, yeah? Is that right? Wow. Okay, I'll let him know. Traveler, Flying Lavender Melon, Ushi has a couple words he'd like you to pass on for him.
Okay.
What?
Oh, I want to hear this.
Me too. Count me in.
Good idea! Let's do that!
Okay, but था क्या?
I never would have guessed that Ushi was so gentle and thoughtful. Never judge a bull by its cover, huh?
Sometimes the profoundest truths can also be the simplest. I think Ushi's words may well come in handy.
You betcha! Just leave it to us.
All right, Ito, Shinobu, Ushi, let's go.
Oh yeah! Grub time!
See you next time.
जाओ, क्या कर रहा है? वेट कर रहा है?
Finished taking care of business?
Oh, there wasn't any business. We were just saying goodbye to our friends.
You're still here. I saw the two Inazumans leave with Yenfei, heading towards Liyue Harbor. Aren't you going with them?
We still had some stuff we wanted to say to Xiao.
I figured as much. I've checked the area. Nothing strikes me as out of the ordinary. Looks like this chapter has come to a close. Now, I just need to take care of the confidentiality issues. Let's hope our friends from overseas can keep their mouths shut. For their own sakes.
We got it! We got it! We'll make sure they don't say anything. Please don't hurt them.
Oh.
You've got a mean streak, Yelan.
You figured me out, huh? All right, I'll quit pulling your leg. Everyone really rose to the occasion this time. I won't ever forget what we went through. Where could that strange space have come from? And how has it existed down there undetected for so many years? I have to investigate this further. I have a feeling that whatever lies behind all this runs deep. Maybe so deep that no one can be allowed to know. Also, I think someone helped us out at the last minute. They did a good deed, of course, but somehow I couldn't tell anything about them. It must have been someone of great importance.
Zhongli.
Anyway, these questions will have to wait for another time. I have some follow-up work to do and reports to make. So it's back to Liyue Harbor for me. See you when I see you.
Bye, Yelan.
Alright, bye-bye.
You knew I was waiting for you?
Yes, it was obvious.
Really? There's somewhere I want to go. If you have the time, you can join me.
Where is it?
A place that has to do with the Yakshas.
Chalo, let's go. टेंपल है क्या परवेसस का?
The temple up ahead was built to remember Pervases. Maybe I came here because I had a realization.
You mean back when we were underground?
What did you realize?
It's hard to put into words. Seeing Bosacius gave me the false impression that I'd traveled back into the past. You could dress up the Yaksha's life and call us valiant warriors, veterans of war. But The truth is, we are slaughterers and nothing more. For Bosacius, perhaps dying in the heat of a great battle was no tragedy. And perhaps the same is true for me. After living so long, to die in the act of saving others would not have been a terrible thing.
I think you know that that isn't true.
So maybe these thoughts are my own form of insanity.
Hey, don't say that.
Sharp, we got something to tell you.
Oh yeah, Ushi wanted us to tell you. It's very important.
Okay.
Ushi said he has the power to exorcise demons, so people use him to fend them off. But after he met Ito, he's never left his side. He also said that he doesn't have any grand philosophies. He just thinks we should spend our lives around the people who make us happiest. Maybe there aren't so many rules about how we should or shouldn't live our lives in this world after all. So, he hopes you can come to understand that even though the power of a yaksha may be harmful to other people, it doesn't mean you shouldn't hang out with them.
There will always be someone willing to be by your side.
Yep, like people with visions. They have more resistance against your power, right? And... Well, anyway, there's loads of people out there who really care about you.
Suddenly you sound a lot like Bosacius and the others. They used to talk about how they hoped to live a mortal's life once the world was at peace. I think I was the only one who didn't think that way. The Bosacius recorded in the Fantastic Compass had lost his sanity. He addressed the people around him as Alatus, Menogius, and others. These are the names of the 5 yakshas. I am Alatus, and Menogius is General Capisis. The others are Bonanis, or General Chisapis, and Indarius, or General Musatus. I heard that people call the 5 of us yakshas, the guardian adepti. Bosacius and Yelan's ancestors stayed underground to the end. So that space must have read their minds in their last moments as they approached death. Yelan was right in everything she said. Both of our proposals had their drawbacks, and both were sensible suggestions. But the power of that space was far beyond all of us. I couldn't have done all I did without everyone's help. Even in the final moments, it took every bit of my power to break free from that place.
Well, Paimon still thinks you were amazing.
Yep.
Yanfei and Yelan are correct. I always prepare for the worst-case scenario. This mindset is deeply rooted in me. Even so, it was the most optimistic solution I could think of. If Rex Lapis hadn't saved me in that moment, I don't think I would have been able to escape.
But that was Zhongli's power back then.
In the end, I still had to burden another.
But that's how it should be, right? You've known Zhongli, Rex Lapis, for such a long time. And you've helped him before, so he helped you back. What's the big deal?
Supporting each other is how people survive.
Perhaps. In the moment that we escaped from that space, I could sense what was left of Bosacius's memory. If I had to say what I gained from this trip, I think that would be it.
I think I felt it too.
It's good that one more person will remember him.
Menogius, where have you been?
Brother Yaksha, you're confused again. I've told you countless times, I am Boyoung, a thaumaturge who fought with you in the chasm.
Boyoung? Boyoung? You are Boyoung, but who am I?
Believe me, I want to know as much as you do. Here we are, the two who agreed to stay here together, and I can't even call you by your name. It's a shame.
Stay here? No. No, you have to leave.
Nonsense, Brother Yaksha. We're down here for good now. Don't you remember? It's too late to have regrets. The seal can't be broken.
The seal. Ah, yes. I'm a Yaksha who came here to fight.
Brother, are you okay?
Look at the state of me. I don't think I've got long now.
We're the only two left. Don't go dying on me. You know, today I saw my family down here. Clear as day. What do you think? Am I losing my mind now too?
Boyoung, do you want to go home?
I made my decision to leave Zhongzhou up on the surface. I obviously... Of course I want to go home.
I must have family too.
You mean brothers and sisters? I'm sure you do.
Brothers and sisters. Yes, but who am I? And where is my family?
Brother, what's wrong? Hang in there. It's just you and me. Don't die before me.
Alatus, is that you?
Who's Alatus? Your memory's going again.
I'm sorry. You all have to see me in this state.
Brother!
Look, there's someone over there.
Who are they?
They're my... I remember now. I know you. My brothers and sisters have come for me, Boyoung.
You're awake? At least tell me your name.
Brother Bosacious.
Hey, Bosacious. Bosacious.
I am Bosacious, and my destiny is to make the ultimate sacrifice.
That kind of sad end, yeah.
I've said so much today, but I don't need to hold back as much when I talk to you. Have you ever had a moment where you felt like you were aware of your destiny? The potential of life? The approach of death? Whatever it might have been. By now, I have accepted that destiny is the one disaster that the Yaksha know most keenly of all. We are destined to misery. And yet, we have no fear.
Xiao.
Are you sure it's okay for you to tell me all this?
It matters not. Rex Lapis had said that you are a witness. It is right that the events of the world are relayed to you. Bonanis, Menogius, and Indarius all perished, and only Bosacious' fate was unknown. This has always stung my heart like a thorn. That is why I went to the chasm, despite being fully aware of the danger.
Okay, 3 मर गए, एक Bosacious और एक ये, 5 हो गए.
Now that I know what happened in the chasm back then, I can finally put this matter to rest. Before we left that place, I picked up a stone. I thought if I could take it out with me, I would place it in the temple to Pervases in memory of Bosacious. Unfortunately, the stone did not survive. Pervases died in the Archon War thousands of years ago. He was younger than us, and Bosacious was very sad when he passed. Too many Yakshas have become casualties of battle. We are like a flock of birds, scattered to the four corners of the world. And in the end, as Bonanas said, it's rare for a Yaksha to find repose for their soul. Bosacius, Boyang, and all those soldiers.
No, Shah. They're all heroes.
Heroes. I like that word. Maybe the world will never be free of disaster. But there is good in the world, too. Even the darkest hearts have room for those they cherish. I accept your advice. From this day on, heroes will always look out for each other.
Okay, complete हो गया. You observe Shao. Shao feels nothing more, a complex emotion ran across his face as he used for his temper. Sadness, disappointment, grief, they are all there, yet are only a small part of a far larger world. His expression is akin to that of a person who has been out in the blizzard for far too long and sees far too much of it before finally gaining a pace of spike from the batteries. और तीन नान हाँ देने हैं कुकी शिनोबू नया है और ये लान का नाम इतने सारे स्टोरी क्वेस्ट बाकी है मेरे खेलने के लिए The Millennial Mountains Rise Up Golden Sword अबे यार मैं अभी लीवे अगर जाऊंगा तो मेरा ये स्टोरी क्वेस्ट चालू हो जाएगा
Traveler, Paimon, it's been a long time.
Oh, hey, Hoishin. Long time no see. Fancy meeting you here. How's work these days?
Thanks to the help of people like you and colleagues like Ganyu, better all the time. But I've been feeling distracted at work lately. I just feel constantly agitated.
Has something happened? मैं सिर्फ ये स्टार्ट करके रख रहा हूँ ताकि मैं लीवे हार्बर वापस से बार-बार आ सकूँ.
It's a long story. But my father, he's thinking of stepping down from the Tianshu position due to health issues.
Huh? What's wrong with Uncle Tian?
Nothing specifically. He's not unwell. He says he's just increasingly low on energy these days. He's always said, old age comes for us all in the end. Still, I just can't help but feel a little emotional watching it happen to him. Anyway, my father's currently on the second floor of Yangsheng Tea House. Why don't you come pay him a visit with me? He seems very fond of you, too. I'm sure chatting with you will make him very happy.
Sure, let's go.
Calculated gamble. Okay. बाद में करेंगे. Tea house. Okay. तो ये ऐलान का tea house. Okay. अभी अपना और क्या है? Talk to, go to the statue. सबके स्टोरी क्वेस्ट बाकी है, एक एक करके सबके कर देना. हाँ, ये बाकी था. Look, he really is over there. Hey, Zhongli. Oh, it's you two. We came to ask you about something. Would you mind waiting for a moment? I'm currently in the middle of something. What are you busy with? Speaking of which, to think you managed to return so quickly. What speed. Ah, Zhongli, are these your friends? They often come here to look for you. Ah, yes, they are old acquaintances of mine. Splendid. Since you two are also here, could you please help Zhongli to sell his archaic stone, please? Archaic stone? What would you want one of those for? Do you not know? Archaic stone is highly sought after now. It's not even a matter of price, for there is barely any supply on the market. I was telling story as usual today, and Zhongli dropped by as usual too. Somehow we talked about my Through the Eyes of a Dragon, one of my finest work, if I do say so myself. Oh, you mean that story? It's a good one, isn't it? Zhongli also says that my storytelling is superb. At first I thought he was just an erudite gentleman who knew a lot about folk culture, but as it turns out, he's also well versed in history and mythology. So now I often trouble him with various questions like that. The pleasure is all mine. Don't be so modest. You've helped me a lot. But come to think of it, the act of chatting is pleasurable only because you're talking to the right person, John. Zhongli, for instance, is a good chatting companion with my fantastic ideas, and to be honest, lots of far-fetched theories too. There was this one time when I told him, see, my story first tells of how Lex Raffles carved Ashda out of a magical rock, and then elaborates on how they fought side by side across the four corners of the world. Isn't that just mesmerizing? Yet he said this story is a true masterpiece, save for some inaccurate details. According to some researchers, Rex Rapid may not have possessed the skills required to create such a work of craftsmanship. What a bummer. And there was also another time when I told him about the serpent of the Chinsa village. He didn't buy the story at all, saying it was too good to be true for the serpent to transform into a beautiful landscape. I wonder if too much knowledge can stifle imagination. What a shame that someone as well cultured as Zhongli should fail to appreciate the aesthetics of artistic creation. I can hardly object to your criticism. I should keep it in mind. But your stories are always marked by wild imagination. I just point out what I notice as an ordinary listener and hope that might be of use to you. Since storytelling requires a sharp mind, I'm sure a storyteller such as you can certainly understand from where I'm coming from. Those are the heartfelt reactions from a devoted audience member. You're right. I know your good intentions. You want me to become the best storyteller in Lydia Harbor, right? I don't think I could get it. He just seems to say that the details in your stories aren't correct. Why are we talking about story there? What has this got to do with the archaic stone? Ah, yes, back on topic. Back on top. So I told Through the Eyes of a Dragon again the other day. Aren't you ever worried that your audience will get bored if you always tell the same story? Some stories are worth being told time after time, forever and ever. These stories are meant to be told repeatedly. It takes time and creativity to come up with new plots after all. Ah, see, Zhongli really gets me. Anyway, that day a miner, the leader of the mining crew, was out for work and happened to pass by while I was telling the story. He told me, well, do you know about the chasm? There's a type of incredibly beautiful stone to be found in that place. Such stones have a faint and exquisite luster. You can find that somewhere in a long and winding tunnel in the chasm. What did you say? I think tunnel is the word he used, right? You could probably say that. The chasm must be quite a mysterious place if even someone as well traveled as Shongli has never been there. I guess that's got to be because no one was allowed to go in until recently when the mining operation resumed. And I only heard about that from others. Ah, yes, indeed. The miner said that the stone sprung forth within a tunnel. No one knows who built it. All they know is that the tunnel meanders forward as if created by someone dragging something colossal down. The sheer view of it is awe-inspiring apparently. Some say that the place might have perhaps been an active battlefield. But who fought there? We may never know. So I thought, let's wrap it and Ajdaha could have fought there. Actually, I've been working on a new story lately. It'd be nice if I could put this plot into it. So I thought. So I've invited Zhongli over to ask for his ideas, and to my surprise, he's in possession of an archaic stone. He said he bought it from a merchant at the market. He's got good taste, and he wouldn't miss a true treasure. I was thinking that the stone would make an ideal testament to my story. So if Zhongli doesn't object, I'd like to purchase the stone at the moment. Zhongli, are you really going to sell him the stone? Yes, Tian is an ingenious storyteller, and I enjoy stories very much. It's my pleasure to be able to contribute to his creation. Eh? That said, if I sold him the stone, it would undermine the credibility of his story, as we have discussed before. Lex Lapis sealed as the underground. According to experts, there are many caves and mining tunnels in the chasm. It would be a constant disturbance to the people there if Ajda really was sealed. Lex Lapis not have considered that. That makes sense. You're right. Lex Lapis wouldn't have done something so careless. Yep, that's a good point. To be honest, I wanted to exchange my favorite folding fan for Zhongli's archaic stone. There's an illustration on it. I love to have this fan in hand when telling Through the Eyes of a dragon. Upon it is drawn dragon soaring into the sky, its body free to roam the world and its spirit unbound to ink. It's an inspiring. Whoa, this sort of fan is really rare. You know, even Final wants it now. Alright, don't we have an archaic stone too? Really? Then would you mind giving it to me? You can have my folding fan. Might I have a word? Archaic stone is precious indeed, and your folding fan is also a work of art. I would advise against exchanging them as you would ordinary goods. Well, if you say so. Actually, you know, I have more than one such fan. You drew the illustrations on them, and that already makes them special. Anyone who enjoys your storytelling will rejoice if they were given such a generous gift. Really? I truly am fortunate to have devoted listeners who understand my stories. And I couldn't ask for more than that, could I? To be honest, I made these fans so that I could one day give them to like-minded audiences. And you certainly are such audiences, so they were always meant to be yours. Please, wait here for me to fetch them. And you certainly are such audiences, so can I really keep this? Of course, you are my audience and that makes you a worthy recipient. Besides, I've made several such fans, so don't worry, just take it. And Zhongli, there is no need to be formal with you either. It's just a handmade fan. I hope it's not too meager a gift for you. I'll gladly take it. Thank you. An exquisite word of art, indeed. It is truly something worth treasuring. Alright, actually we came to ask Zhangli about something. Can we talk to him for a moment? Ah, I have taken too much of your time, huh? Oh dear, well then, please go ahead. There's no need to apologize. You have my gratitude. Zhangli, were you at the cavern? And you saved us too, didn't you? Thank you. Shao also said that he wouldn't have been able to escape without your help. Oh, did he say so? Interesting. How time flies. Even he has learned to open up to others. So, what were you doing at the chasm? Was I at the chasm? How curious. I must just admit that this is the first time I'm hearing of such a thing. Stop playing dumb! Haha, why would I play dumb? This fan is of high quality indeed. Zhongli, you're changing this topic. Now that I'm on vacation, I just take my time and walk around. I'd say that anything I run into is a happenstance of fate, for which I shall take no credit. अब बात है मतलब बंदे ऐसे भारी भारी डायलॉग मार रहा है ना. I'm on vacation and I just take my time and walk around. I'd say that anything I run into is happenstance, for which I shall take no credit. Come to think of it, it's nice to travel to different places and witness many things in the vast world. They always bring back old memories. Do you miss the past? Not at all. I'm mortal now. And being mortal means living in the present. A dragon soaring into the skies, its body free to rule the world, its spirit unbound to impact. Most inspiring indeed. With much to be perceived in the four corners of the world and much to marvel at amongst mountains and waters, I believe I must travel still more in the future. The tales behind the fan. ये किस कौन सा क्वेश्चन हो गया? ओके नॉर्मल वाला क्वेश्चन हो गया. चलो आई थिंक आज का काफ़ी अच्छा हो गया. जो मेन आर्कॉन क्वेस्ट था वो मैंने कंप्लीट करके रखा है. तो अभी सुमेरु का जब अपडेट आएगा तो मैं रेडी रहूँगा खेलने के लिए. आई थिंक तब तक के लिए मैं ये गेम इधर ही आज के लिए कंप्लीट करता हूँ. ये बैटल पास का मैंने ले लिया. सो मैं गेम अभी यहाँ पे ही ख़त्म करता हूँ. आई होप आप लोगों को मेरी वीडियोस देखने में पसंद मतलब मज़ा आ रहा हो और वीडियोस पसंद आ रही है. पर पसंद आ रही है तो लाइक बटन ज़रूर दबाओ और मेरी आगे की वीडियोस के बारे में नोटिफिकेशन के लिए सब्सक्राइब का बटन ज़रूर दबाओ. तब तक के लिए मज़े करो, आराम करो, लाइफ एंजॉय करो, ठंडा लो. बाय बाय.